Shalom. Kahalo Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakahak Radash. Shalom and salutations and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, who I continue to learn is 100% true. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Barakatham, the water for all the all sacrifices. Shalom to the elder bishops out of Connecticut, also. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Barakatham. Shalom to the elders, the prophets, and the teachers and evangelists of Great Millstone, who are also continuing to learn and get inspiration from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Barakatham. Also, thank you for your sacrifices as well as the elder bishops. Shalom to the speckled bird, the confused face, the Akim and Aqua, the Akim on the highways and byways, and last but not least, the elect. And I'm back again. This is a sit-down video, and I'm going to bring out some scriptures. I got it set up about the chariots. I was actually, last night, I couldn't take pictures or anything like that, but I swore I seen, you know how you be seeing them like chariots. A lot of times what it is that at night, these chariots, it wasn't moving, but it was, the Wadi Habash and Yahweh still got decent eyesight. And, I could see it, just different colors changing in different colors, a little speck in the sky, but, it's further away, but enough to where I could see it sparkle, and I seen different colors in the sky, and it wasn't moving. So, most planes, they don't just hover, or helicopters, they don't hover like that. They move, whether it be slow or not. Even drones, they hover. They don't just sit in one spot like this. To me, this chariot was. So, it kind of gave me some inspiration of bringing out some scriptures about the chariots, and it being a sign. You know what I mean? Israel is a nation that requires a sign. We're very stubborn people. I'm talking about you Negroes, you Latinos, and you Native American Indians. Very stubborn people. And Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai does provide signs. And, you can get them in the sky, numerical, in the scriptures, through the spirit. There's signs. It's about how do you, it's about Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai putting it in you, putting it in your spirit to understand when it happens. Because some things happen, a lot of Jake don't understand what's happening. Getting my afternoon tea with some I got some beet powder, beet BEET powder, some lemon, the ginger paste, it's good. It's hibiscus, good for the blood pressure. What else I got? Honey in there, lemon juice. And I think, what else I got? Collagen. I have collagen in there. Collagen is good too. So, those types of things that I use when I make my tea. But anyway, so let's get some scriptures, and pray that you be edified with it. Let's go to 1 Thessalonians 4. And 14, and it reads, "For if we believe that Yahweh Shai died and rose again," that's your cornerstone of faith, "even so them also which sleep in Yahweh Shai will the Most High bring with." So for those who are sleeping now, like King David, he's going to be awakened, one of the first to be awakened when Yahushua is returning. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. So there's nothing that will stop Yahushua from raising up the men who died or passed in this truth. And when it happens, and when he comes, they're going to be the first ones to be risen up. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with a war cry. Yahushua is going to have a war cry, like a heavy war cry, with the voice of an archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Hamashiach shall first rise. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds. Woo-hoo. So the elect is going to be beamed up by those chariots, right? And their bodies are going to be changed to meet the Lord in the air. Now, when I'm saying Lord, I'm talking about Yahushua, not Yahweh, his father, because it's all capital Lord is Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. But when it just says capital Lord, Lord, I'm talking about Yahushua. Now, sometimes it also is talking about Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. Depends on what books you're reading. A lot of that will be in the Old Testament, even though they're speaking about Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, it'll just say Lord, but for those who who read and such and so, you call it how you see it, you know what it is. Anyway, for Yahweh himself, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of an archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. Then we which are alive remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. So we will have those bodies, those angelical bodies. We will also have those powers, and that's going to be the first fruits. That's going to be the elect, and they're going to come and they're going to be with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And then those missiles going to hit. You know what I mean? And when those missiles hit, the elect, along with the other ones who was risen up, which are the elect as well, will be watching as Babylon. Everybody's going to be watching Babylon be destroyed and become a lake of fire. That's how it happens. That's how it's going to go down. See, Psalms. Psalms 104 and 3. And it reads, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters? Who maketh the clouds his chariot? Who walketh upon the wings of the wind? Who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers a flaming fire? Who laid the foundations of the earth, that it should not be removed forever? That who is Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls God. Right? Let me see, but there's some precepts. Psalm 68 and 17. The chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels. One angel alone, as the scriptures tell you, can destroy, all life on this earth. If Yahweh Bashem Yahushai wanted him to do that. So thousands, they're going to just wash up. They're going to get washed up. All you heathen nations, man, starting with Esau. the Lord is among them as in Sinai in the holy place. Um, and also, like, for those that don't understand or know, um, sometimes when it talks about the clouds, it's a metaphor. It's a sign of the chariots. Like what's that show? Not show, but movie. Independence Day. They got that straight out of the scriptures, as far as the so-called aliens, the spaceships, the UFOs. That's straight out of the scriptures. Um, Look, here we go. Um, Isaiah 65:15. For behold, Yahweh will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. And this is what they was doing in those so-called spaceships that was in smoke, and then they came out of the, I mean, it's not smoke but clouds, and they came out of the clouds, and then they started to attack. Fire was coming from their from under their ships. You know what I'm saying? They get this straight out of the, look, man. And now it's been revealed um, that that the beings that are on these so-called ships are 7 feet looking Jake, so-called black men, right? You know, they can't hide it no more. Can't hide it no more. Check this one out right here. This is I didn't like. I'm a big fan of. I love Ten Commandments. I love that movie. Love it. Watch it every year. Sometimes even not in season, because it's around the season of Passover. And you know, when they talked to when in the movie, when what's his name, Charles Heston brought the Israelites out of Egypt, they didn't give you the understanding, like, you know, until you read the scriptures, man, you get a true understanding of certain things. Like, you know, when they was being they showed you, though, they kind of, Esau's a dirty man, real dirty man, but he showed you, he didn't show you the pillar of cloud, but he showed you the pillar of fire. You know what I mean? When they was protecting the Israelites from the Egyptians, when they was over there. I forgot the name of the Suez Canal. When they was over there, and it showed you the pillar of fire, but they didn't show you as they were traveling the cloud in the daytime, and then the fire by night. You know what I mean? They didn't want to show you that. Also, they didn't want to show you. They didn't give you the story of Ramses the Pharaoh in that time. I think Ramses the Third. He didn't come back to greet Nefertiti, and like they did in the movie. He died with his army. You know what I'm saying? But this is Numbers 9:16, and it says, so it was always the cloud covered it by day, and the appearance of fire by night. So the chariot that was helping guiding Israel, which is all throughout the scriptures that help guide Israel, show Israel the right ways on how they were moving. And these are the types of things that they seen. You know what I'm saying? This helped Israel to be guided the way Yahweh and Yahushua wanted them to go. You know, and you know, it's just it's a sign, and it's a metaphor for the chariots of Israel when they talk about clouds. You know, when they talk about spinning wheels and fire and these types of things. You can definitely, Ezekiel is definitely a good book. You know, it gives you a decent detail of the chariots and how they look, and also the angels. Ezekiel 1:4. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding itself, and a brightness was about it. So that brightness I was telling you about, it was a brightness in the sky the other night that just kept changing colors, and it had, a sparkle like a almost something similar to what a sun would sparkle like in the daytime, but this is at nighttime, and then it's a small sparkle from where you can see it at, but you can tell it just changed colors. And a brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof as the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire. So, when I see those types of colors in the sky like that, I automatically already know, I already deem it to be a chariot. Not unless it gets to moving and shows me that it's not. I already deemed it as, a chariot. Acts 1:6, and it reads, when they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom of Israel? So back then, in the ancient times, you Jakes, you Native American Indians, you blacks, you Negroes, and you Spanish, and I'm really just talking about you Negroes, you knew who you were, because you Native American Indians and you Latinos were here in the Americas at the time. Which America means bitter. Look it up. They knew who they were, and they understood the prophecies. So when Yahushua was on the scene, and then he rose from the dead, came back, they thought it was that time now, But Yahushua said, and he said unto them, it is not for you to know the times or the seasons. That goes to you, you raptures. If Yahushua doesn't know and his men doesn't know, which the Father hath put in his own power, how will you know when it's time for Yahushua to come back? You fools. Yeah, fools. But ye shall receive power after that Holy Ghost is come upon you. So power is reading the scriptures and teaching the scriptures. And there's other small powers and gifts that the people of Israel today have, preferably the men that Yahweh and Yahushai, while Yahushai have put a Holy Spirit on those specific men to preach and teach this gospel the right way, and to do other things as well. So yes, Yahushai is prophesying about the end times that we're in now. And he says, and ye shall be witnesses unto me both in Jerusalem, in all Judea, and in Samaria, and unto the uttermost part of the earth. The uttermost part of the earth is bitter. America. Amerigo. And when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. Again, there's that word cloud. What is that cloud? As we established, that cloud is the chariot, is the UFO, as you want to say, the unidentified flying object. But we understand what it is. It's an identified flying object. That's what they've been trying to hold for years, for you not to know, because they didn't want you to start researching, which we had to do anyway, to learn about who Yahweh Yahushua is, and learn who you are. And now that they know that we understand that, a remnant of us, and they've been watching us, they're going to start running down on us and pursuing us. And the way to do that is they have to wreak havoc on all of Israel, which is now we call Jacob's trouble, Jeremiah 30:7, and do the best that they can to persecute as many as they can. And it's unfortunate because 2/3 don't get it, they don't understand, they don't realize what's about to rain upon them. And this is the wrath of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's what's about to happen. Revelations 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds. Who's he? That's Yahweh Shai. With what clouds? Clouds is many spaceships. And every eye shall see him. So he's going to be in the fathership. He's going to be in the fathership that's bigger than the sun. The whole world is going to see him. Everybody is going to see Yahweh Shai. And they also which pierced him. This is going into reincarnation, because the ones who pierced Yahweh Shai in the ancient time are here now. They're here now today. And all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. So all kindreds of the earth are going to be crying, because these kindreds are going to realize that there's a there's a dark-skinned, black-looking man on top of the spaceship with some white hair, a white afro household, and a white beard, and he's looking down at us, and he looks angry, and I don't think he's coming to help everybody. I'm just, pardon me, man, because I'm just, you got to have vision of it. So, you know what I mean? Like the Edomites, especially them diehard Edomites, they're gonna see like, oh, that's not JC, that's a black man. Oh my gosh, we're in trouble. So they're going to be wailing, because they're going to realize that they can't relate to him. He don't look like them. And they're going to be nervous, man. They're going to be like, damn. Because nobody has never seen something as massive and a man like Yahweh Shai standing in his glory on the ship. about to get busy on y'all. And all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen. How Yahweh says, I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending, saith the Lord, which is, as which was, and which is to come, the Almighty. So Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is the beginning and ending of all, right? And Koholo Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man, we're gonna be with him. We're gonna be chilling. You know, we're gonna be good. But y'all won't. Y'all know who y'all are. So this is why they fighting hard right now, man, to get that NWO going, as if it's going to mean something or hold some weight. You're pretty much building a house of cards in a windy city. It ain't going to hold no weight, man. Y'all going to get annihilated, man. Straight up. Y'all going to get annihilated, yo. Your house shot is going to get busy, and y'all going to be complaining, and y'all going to be nervous. You're going to be like, y'all going to have things going the way, y'all would like them to go, but y'all going to be biting your nails and shit like, he's coming. They said he's coming. And then it's going to be like, maybe not coming. Then, boom, here he is. And y'all going to lose it. Isaiah 66 and 15, here we go. The Spirit's on me to, as the elder apostle Tahar says, you got to have fun with it. And I'm just in my mind, I'm just envisioning how it's going to be like when they see Yahweh Shai. It's almost like, man, I hate coming up sometimes with these weird ass analogies, but you ever seen Weird Science? Remember when they tried to the two dudes tried to make a another one of the women, and she came out, and they was all like, they thought it was her, but it was, they thought it was some another one, but it was her, and they had like a how is it, a disappointment in their character. That's how it's gonna be for a lot of people when your Howard shot come back. They're gonna be disappointed. Like, so, I see it. Something. Oh, that's a black man. They hold all their hopes and dreams is gonna just be plummeted right then and there. They're gonna be like, we in trouble. We're done. And then they're gonna be seeing the elect, you Native American Indians, and you, the elect only out of you men, you Latinos and you Negroes being taken up in these spaceships, and they're gonna be like, what's going on here? Oh hell no! And then they're gonna be like, damn, I ain't get one. I didn't get a chance to go. Yo, man, it's gonna be crazy out here. It's gonna be crazy out here, man. Isaiah 66:15, for behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind. Chariots, clouds, chariots. There's going to be a lot. Like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Fire upon fire, boy. Yeah, it's going to go down, man. It's going to go down. And that's also what? It's also the day of the Lord. Day of Yahweh. So much is going to happen. And Right, Yahweh Shem Shah, pray to be part of that hopeful elect, man. Get on that chariot, man, and we out of here, G. We out of here. No more pain, no more hunger, no more being frightened, no more worries. Man, sure. Um, yeah, that, yo, 1 Thessalonians 5:2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. So that thief in the night is going to be when you don't realize it's going down, but it's going down. Huh. Oh boy. Mm. Oh, it's so sensitive, man. Touch that. Got this pen, it's so sensitive. You touch it, it turns on, but if it grazes against you, it turns off. But anyway, Obadiah 1:15, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head. So everything that you have done to us is going to come back to you, starting with you, Esau, the so-called white man, white boy. You, Salakia, you are going to be the ones who Yahweh Bashan Yahweh Shai is going to wreak havoc on. Not all you nations are going to get it too, but because you have done so much damage in the earth, which was your lot, now it's time for you to reap what you sow. And I know that you don't want to. I know you are not feeling that, but it has to happen for you, though. It has to happen. Yeah, here we go. First Corinthians 15:23. But every man in his own order Hamashiach, the first fruits afterward, that they, Shalakia, they that are Hamashiachs at his coming, then cometh the end, and when and he shall have delivered up the kingdom to the Most High, even the Father, and when he shall have put down all rule, and all authority and power, for he must reign till he have put all enemies under his feet. That goes for you Edomites, you Elamites, you Hamites, you Ishmaelites, you Elamites, you Ammonites, you Moabites. All of y'all are going to be put down, thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua, under his feet. 20 verse 26, the last enemy that shall be destroyed in death. So you are all going to lose. There will be no victory. Jump past it. Excited over here. Matthew 24 and 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. There's the people mourning again. They bewailing, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds. There's that word clouds again, of heaven, with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heaven to the other. So when it happens, you're going to see that the elect are going to be beamed up, like I was speaking of, and people are going to be like, they're going to be mad, they're going to be jealous, they're going to be angry, they're going to be frustrated, they're going to be scared too, because they're going to realize, like, damn, do I get a ticket too? Can I come? No, you cannot. It's only for the elect. It's only for the elect, man. And what is that? This is coming out a lot too. This is Jacob's trouble. This is in the time that we're about to be in. Well, this is the time that we're in, leading up to what I'm reading in the scriptures right here. This has been circulating, this video with B Nate, the receipts on talking about there's no Jacob's trouble, right? But this is Daniel 12 and 1. At that time shall Michael stand up, Michael Allah, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble. Wow. A time of trouble, huh? For who? The children of thy people. There's a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered. What people? The elect. Everyone that shall be found written in the book of life. The book of life. Wow. I mean, I'm reading for, I forgot the word to use, but I'm reading with the intent for you to understand that these things line up in order for things to happen the way they Yahweh Bashem Yahushua set it up to, which we call prophecies. The book of life, though, this is something that you want. It's something that we're working hard, or working to achieve. to have your name in the book of life. And what happens is what's that, Revelations 22:18, adding and subtracting things out of the book, you're going to be subtracted out of, your name is going to be taken out of the book of life. You know what I'm saying? First fruits. God damn this pen. Revelation 3:5. He that overcometh, the same shall be clothed with white raiment, and I will not blot out his name out of the book of life, but I will confess his name before my Father and before his angels. Yahweh Bashan, Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shai don't need us. They got angels and such and so to worship them. They're not lonely. They're not, you know what I'm saying? They don't need us. But they love us much. They love us so to incorporate us into their glory, into their kingdom. That's a beautiful thing, man. And there's a promise made that it will happen. So that means it will happen. You know what I mean? Let me do one more. I got, let me see something. Because I'm kind of not on the clock, but I'm on in the time frame. So, you know, I'm working this weekend. So, let me see something. Okay, I'm going to end it with this one right here. Isaiah 40:31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. We're going to get power from Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai. And we're going to be able to do these great things, like what I just read in Isaiah 40:31. Abarak, you were edified with the lesson. Kahalo Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakahakradash, Shalom, and salutations again, and double honors they rule well, the water for your sacrifices, the elder apostles of Great Millstone on down, and Shalom to your elect. Shalom.